So we're looking at the Beatles Blackbird, and it's in G, right? So imagine it to be thirds, right? Third apart, 1, 2, 3. So you do thirds in unison, parallel thirds they could be called, or they are called often. Right? We have the G chord basically outlined, and then hops up an octave to this note. That's essentially what they're doing, you know. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. So we have that. And then it's going to go from the 1, from the G, to the C. But it's going to go do it this way. I only have the third of C, the first two notes. C and the E. And we're going to do a walk up now. Ready? So let's see what we're doing here. We're doing a C. The brilliant thing about this is that it works so beautifully harmonically because we have a C, and this is for all intents and purposes an A7 without the A, which means it would resolve to the D, which it does. And then it goes to the B7, which resolves to the E. Let's try that again. Well, really what we're doing is a C to an A7, no A, D, B7, but no B and no F sharp, to E minor. So really what happens there is that we go to C, to the A, to the D, to the B, to the E minor. So we're going from C to A, to D, to B, to E. Notice we're going down a third, relative minor, down a fifth, relative minor, in this case it turns into major, down a fifth. So down a third, down a fifth, down a third, down a fifth. Beautifully mathematical. So we have, again, C to A to D, to B7, to E minor. It could also be considered C major, but it really isn't. It's E minor. And then we walk down D to A to C to C minor. That's our C minor. To G to A to A minor to D7 and then to G. Creating a suspension there to give us the dominant seventh, which is D7. Right? Okay, so now I'm going to have to put the camera on the tripod, and you're going to see these two notes, but they're going to be separated by what is known as a tenth. So if G to G is an octave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a third, an octave apart, becomes a tenth. And this is what are normally known as parallel tenths. Let's watch. Let's take a look at the same thing. Same thing, but instead of having it in thirds, I'm going to put the G down here so that it becomes So we have our walking chord here. put the fifth in the middle just to break things up a bit. What you do is really, you can always use that as the breaking note. Notice that I use the G there. By doing this, we give it the ever important dominant seventh.